What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, man. So today we are reacting to Tommy G catching Preds with Chris Hansen, man. Um, let's get into this. I've been seeing so many videos catching predators nowadays. If it's not Gideon, it's fucking Tommy G. I ain't even know Tommy G made content like this, if I'm being honest. But everybody out here like doing this, whether it's like a police type channel, YouTube channel, bro. Like everybody out here catching Preds, and hey, thank God for y'all, because it's really some weirdos out here. People still catfishing people still doing weird shit. No matter what shows you come out with to catch, none of that. Like people still out here doing crazy sick shit, bro. And bro, you sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, cause sometimes the police ain't really no help until you actually have proof and catch niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. This could be your little sister, your little brother, bro. So man, keep your family close, man. Keep your friends close, because you never know, bro.
Why did you
never
ask
know.
her if she was willing to do a gangbang?
She sounded eager. She sounded like she wanted to learn.
And the fact that they try to explain themselves, nigga, just shut up. Just shut up. You got caught. Am I tweaking, or Chris Hansen, nigga that do magic, bro? I'm tweaking. All right, my bad.
What do
Just
we got
imagine.
Here? Jeremy, you shouldn't leave. These gentlemen want to talk to you.
Put your money back. Please, get down on the ground.
Oh, shit.
Why did you think it was okay to leave your teenage girl home alone to come here and
Wait.
meet another teenage girl, Jeremy?
They got this nigga laid on the ground, and he's still questioning this nigga, knee to his neck, and Chris Hansen is still with a clipboard. Like, so why? So what's going on? Why? That's crazy, bro. Them big, thick ass cameras, my nigga.
Does any part of
And
you
you
feel
don't
sorry
see
for
that.
these guys? No.
Hell no.
This one idea for a one-off story.
Oh, nah, this Chris Hansen. He old as hell now.
Has turned into all this.
Still catching predators, bro.
I will. Can you just tell me who you are?
I'm Chris Hansen. This is an investigation.
These videos be funny. I'm sorry. They be hilarious too.
In this episode, we trudge into the dark corners of crime, perverts, and Preds who prey on kids. We team up with Chris Hansen, a man who has spent the last 2 decades as the premier Pred catcher on the planet. Together, we team up in a sting operation to catch these. In this episode, there are certain words that for some reason we cannot say. Among them, so instead, we will either refer to these guys as Preds, PDF files, or bleep out the word altogether to avoid being censored. Now, this ugly world of PDF files is something that I almost didn't want to cover. I mean, the idea that grown men are out there looking to meet with vulnerable youth, to me, it's just sad and sickening.
And
But
probably
it is
got a
reality
family
that's
at
what we have
home,
to
a
face.
wife.
And thankfully, with the help of
Sad
local
ass
police, we
shit.
have the opportunity to take these offenders
Niggas be
off the
having
streets
kids
with
doing shit like
justice.
this.
Folks, this episode is heart-pounding, stomach-turning, and incredibly intense. It's time to saddle up and go boots on the ground.
Okay, shout out Michigan. I'm from Detroit, lived in Livonia,
Today we're
Redford,
diving
Westland,
into the dark
Belleville,
world.
everywhere.
And we're doing it with one of the best in the business, Mr. Chris Hansen. We're just down the road from a sting operation where they're luring guys in and then promptly arresting them. To me, I'm really fascinated to get to the bottom of why this is happening. So let's try and learn something together. Buckle up, folks. We're in for one today. Just as we arrived in Michigan and we're going to set out to the Sting House, we got word from Chris's team that an offender was on his way to get busted and for us to lay low until they booked him. What happened next is one of the most powerful moments of Chris's career.
No, there's no one home. You can close the door, it's cold outside.
If you gotta ask that question, bro, you shouldn't be there. If you gotta ask this to set up, you shouldn't be there.
Did you bring the money? Yeah. Can I see it?
He about to put out
How much is there?
150. Nigga, you could have went. The fact that they could have went to the whole stroll is just the fact that you infatuated with kids, bro.
There's a bedroom where we can do it on the couch or anywhere.
You could have fucked a grown prostitute.
Okay. You just stay right here and I'll be right back, okay? Okay.
He knows it's a setup.
How you doing? Good. What was your plan here today? No, you cannot. Stay right there.
Nigga said, "Can I leave?" If you wanted to leave, you should have ran, nigga.
From the
Dumbass.
law enforcement angle, what have you seen in this world?
Seems over the last 10
wouldn't have
years,
got far,
it's
but-
gotten worse, in my opinion. Just based off interviews I've done over the years with children, child forensic interviews over the child abuse type stuff, sexual abuse.
How common are these people out in the world, these predators?
To be quite honest, I think it's a very scary thought. I think they're very common. I think parents should be well aware of the stuff that happens on the internet.
My name is Sam Christian. I'm a retired Chicago Police Deputy Chief on the Chicago Police Department. I spent 14, 15 years in what's called Special Investigations of the Youth Division, chasing pedophiles, basically. When I was doing this work, and we would do lectures and seminars, and I thought at that time you could probably find a pedophile rather on probably every square mile in the city of Chicago.
Well, you know, I kind of fell into working with, so I fell into forensics and have been helping lock the sons of bitches up for 30 years. I don't know, you know, how many people are versus how many billions of people we have. You know, no one's ever clear with that because we're only basing it on those that were convicted. We know that there's no place we could go in this country where it isn't happening.
I mean, we're in the UP of Michigan, and right now we could be talking to someone down in Texas that could potentially be up here within a couple days to try to, you know, potentially take your child. So it's not just in your backyard anymore. It's like a nationwide thing.
What's your name?
Joe, I was looking online to play.
To play, and what do you mean by play, Joe?
Yes.
You talked to somebody online and on the phone, and you were pretty graphic. How many times had you met women online before for sex?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. And what do you do for a living now, Joe?
I'm a grocery manager.
Here in town?
Marquette.
In Marquette. Over the phone, she tells you that she's 15. You say to her, that's messed up.
That is.
But yet you continued to talk about having sex with her. It almost seems as though that age excited you. You asked if she would do a gangbang.
Dog.
Why did you ask her if she was willing to do
At this moment, he knew.
Sounded
He fucked
eager.
up.
She sounded like she wanted to learn, and I made a mistake. I have a porn addiction. I will admit that I have a porn addiction. I got addicted to porn when I was probably 11, 12 years old. I might have one.
Right. But you were willing to
My
have
bad, this
unprotected
text
sex
funny
with
to
this girl.
see.
I don't know if I would have gone that far.
So it seems to me that if I wasn't here and a real 15-year-old girl was, you would have been having sex with her by now.
Yep.
I should go away for a very, very, very long time. There's no one to blame but myself.
All right, Joe. Well,
You
there's
go
something
away,
you need to
nigga.
know.
You gonna be.
It's in with
You are going away, bro. The police is
Sit down
here.
with Chris Hansen. Have you seen the shows before?
I have.
And what have you thought of those shows?
But I appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you. Did you ever think you're going to end up face to face like this?
When I walked in here and saw the pizza box, I honestly knew. Yep. Just the wall.
Does the pizza box like represent something?
No.
I never really watched like How to Catch a Predator type shit, so I
Joe,
don't
thank
know
you
if
for
that
that.
actually means something.
Can I shake your hand?
Yes.
It's hot and sweaty. I
appreciate it, buddy. Good luck to you. All right?
I'm sorry.
And imagine you gotta explain this shit, you feel me, to your family or whoever about to bail you out of prison, jail, wherever this nigga going. Oh my, well, you can't get bailed out of prison, I'll say that right now. But bailed out of jail, like, he gotta explain that. Embarrassing, bro. Niggas is really stupid out here. You can't be doing this shit. Damn, where the fuck they drive to? The fucking Kentucky? It went from dark to light.
It sounds messed up to say, but I couldn't help but feel bad for some of these guys. I mean, I know that if they
Yeah.
followed through with what they were going to do, that they very well
Because
would
he didn't
damage
even
a kid's life. But
resist.
still, watching them throw their life down the drain in real time just made me feel sad for them. And due to
Yeah.
the pathetic nature of what they were setting out to do, my guess is these guys live very miserable lives. Does any part of you feel sorry for these guys?
No.
These guys are doing irreparable, lifelong damage to kids. I felt like just looking at them, I feel repulsed, I feel ick, I feel like, and just feel good. Like hearing that door shut behind, like I had like a word in my head, just justice. Let's head to the Sting house.
It feel good to know they getting what they deserve, but like he said, it also
what's
feel
going
like,
through your
damn,
head when you bust
your
a guy
life
like that?
over, my nigga.
It's sad to see that we have this in the community, but it's good to see something come out of it to get these people off the streets.
Right.
The maximum for the punishment is 20 years to life, easily at least serve.
And you was not surviving in prison, nigga. They gonna know why you in there. Child molester, sleeping with kids. You cooked. That nigga Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga, you already know what happened to that nigga. They don't play that shit in prison, nigga.
So in a normal Sting, when you start in the morning, how late does it go?
You know, we've gone till the next morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on who's coming.
So we might be having a slumber party tonight.
Could happen. It's happened before. So this weekend, we have a sting operation with the Marquette County Sheriff's Department. Decoys will go undercover posing as children and see if men will approach them and try to make a date for sex. If they do, they will be invited over here. I will confront them, and then they'll be arrested by the Marquette County Sheriff's Office. We've been doing investigations for 20 years now. And yet here we are, 20 years and probably
that nigga had his feet kicked up.
Later. The problem is worse than ever before.
You've pioneered a whole new genre of content where now there's people that their entire career is doing somewhat very similar things.
Yep.
One, does that blow your mind? And
literally,
two, not all of them get the guys arrested.
You know, when I stop to think about it, now that you mention it, it is kind of mind-boggling. This one idea for a one-off story for Dateline NBC in 2004.
It's a Dateline hidden camera investigation no parent will want to miss. He thinks he's at this house to have sex with a 15-year-old girl. Chris Hansen,
that don't even sound like a 14-year-old. Sound like a grown-ass woman who smokes cigarettes.
Turned into all this. And in terms of the vigilante catchers, you know, some of them have done a service. And I think there's a solid place for citizen journalists. But it concerns me that I think some, not all, but some of these vigilante catchers are out to just be as outlandish as possible.
I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not here to get you in trouble. I just want to have a good time.
He's coming. Well, what's your mental preparation? Like, what are you doing before they come?
Well, I'm working on a lot of different things. So I've gone through the material for this particular confrontation. I'll start going through it again in a few minutes here when we know he's on the way, for sure. And other than that, you know, you're just kind of keeping aware, and I'm working on other stories at the same time.
They're just trying to see if it's real, see if they can manipulate him, take advantage.
Do you feel bad for these guys at all?
Do I feel bad? No, at all. They knew what they was doing. They need to ask what.
Type shit.
He said that he is 49. He's actually 53.
I think interesting first of all that he's willing to lie about it.
Niggas be old as hell, still lying about their age. Like, bro.
Did he also take a picture?
Yeah, he took a picture of his on the side of the road, sent it to the decoy.
Okay, you guys are some of the world experts in tracking down. What kind of commonalities do you notice amongst these guys? Traits, characteristics?
They all lie about inconsequential details. This guy that just said he's 49, he's really 53. We've had guys lie about the type of car they're driving.
How has doing this job changed how you guys look at the world?
Like, I feel like when I have kids, they're not they're not getting on anything. Like, Chris talks about all the time.
But you gotta be careful with that too, cause you don't want to be super strict to the point where your kids are sneaking behind your back and shit, because as you know, PKs, preachers' kids, you know what I'm saying? I've been raised around preachers' kids. You know, my mom was married to a pastor and he had 2 daughters and he was super strict with them. And what happened? That led them to do things behind his back, sneak out the crib, do things he didn't want them doing. Like, again, most people look at that, oh, he was just being a concerned father, concerned parent. It's like, no, if you telling your kid not to do something and not even giving them a reason why, or even talking to them, trying to communicate them, trying to get them to understand, trying to help them help you, if you just telling them, no, don't do that, no, don't do this, no, don't do that, no, don't do it, you think they gonna listen to you, bro? You think they really gonna listen to you? Like, be for real. If they do listen to you, bro, they gonna have a sheltered life. They still gonna be living with you. They don't know how to grow. They not gonna be able to grow on their own, bro. And God forbid you homeschool them, because at that point, they social life is out the window, bro. They social life is cooked if you take that away from them.
Started doing this.
That's the point of school.
Like once or twice, and now 20 plus years later, he's still doing it.
And he's busier than ever.
He's busier than ever.
There are exponentially more platforms upon which adults can approach children. So while there is more activity now than ever before, it's more difficult to detect. I think technology has opened this up. I think people are more exposed to fantasies.
Is it all men or ever women showing up here?
I've never
had a woman. Women like to have a connection, whereas men are like out hunting for whatever. So the women, it's always somebody who's closer.
The female, you're more likely to see in the teacher-student scenario. The female wants to know the victim. The male likes the anonymity.
Snuffling is a teacher at St. Xavier High School. This is a Catholic school in Springfield Township, a Catholic school of all places.
Has doing this job made you look at men differently?
I mean, I always thought there were perverts out there. But like, there's so many.
Looking like,
to get an idea of the damage this crime can cause a family, we spoke with a mom whose child suffered from the hands of an exploitive adult, and she spoke to the impact this had on her life.
I didn't notice everything until maybe 3 years into the relationship. I started noticing that he was a little bit, like, not affection. So I kind of just
parents, y'all need to believe y'all kids, bro.
We took a trip out
a lot
to
of these
Michigan,
parents don't be believing their kids.
That's when I actually found out that
or
my
don't care to
daughter
believe them.
had a boy over. I investigated deeper into her phone and found out that this other kid was actually 23. So I called the cops, and they did lock him up. But that same night, something was bothering me about why was she so comfortable in my bed. So I went and asked my daughter, has Tim ever touched you? And Tim was right behind me, and I felt him. I felt his energy behind me, like the nervousness. And she said yes. I turned around. I
slapped the fuck out that nigga.
Throwing things at him.
Hell yeah.
And that's when I used, have you ever?
Ooh. 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 No, it didn't pause right there, y'all.
Are you older than 18? We're looking for motivated
people. Bro,
people.
shut up. You just ruined a good moment, bro. Ooh, what happened? Hold on. Unmute.
My daughter. He nodded. One time. I'm so confused at this moment. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? You said one time, but you're saying no. What's going on? He was on a run for at least 2 weeks. He took a plead, the 10-year plead. It was underage. He just repeatedly with underage.
This is such a cat and mouse game. Like,
that's why I'm gonna make sure my kid know. Like, talk to me.
And then they chicken out.
Talk to me. Always talk to me, bro.
Hey, I want to pee on you.
No, I got you.
Comes in.
Shit, crazy.
Goes out. We try to maintain a low key, but you gotta eat good. Gotta bring beef jerky.
In a typical day, 8-10 hour day, how many people would you bust?
It really varies by location. You know, there have been some where we've packed in four guys in an afternoon. There's some where we've showed up and we've been there for 2 days and nobody shows up.
What are the major red flags of that people can be aware of or think about?
So if we just take an extreme, on one extreme, we know these people because they're always talking the language. Instead of calling people kids, they're F toys or, even dates, they're objects. On that end, we know who those people are because they're always verbalizing. But most are at the other end. They have a great social persona. They look good, they sound good, but they're very schmoozy.
Just like Ted Bundy, just like Jeffrey Dahmer. Well, no, Jeffrey Dahmer was kind of...
In any way do you feel bad for these guys?
But Ted Bundy...
You get a guy who gets on his knees, who spent 6 months in battle.
Beer gut ass niggas. Ain't nobody trying to fuck you, nigga.
Forgiveness. You can't help it.
Big stomach ass nigga.
At the end of the day,
big back
if we weren't here and a child was here, what would have happened?
Coors Cooler.
In my mind, a large number of the people that are incarcerated are going to get back out and
Do this man got a ponytail? I can't stand men, bro. This man got a ponytail in his head. I'm sorry, this is irrelevant. I'm assuming this right here, this head. Bro, your hair is gone up here. Like, bro, just let it go, bro. Just let it go. Just be bald head. I can't stand men who try to hold on to their hair, bro.
I'm sorry I missed your call.
Embrace your baldness, bro. God telling you to cut your hair.
Yeah, I'm still up. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting.
Do you just want to text me the address when I call you back, or what do you want to do? Yeah, just let me know when you're in Ishpeming and I'll text you the address. Alright. Okay. Hurry up, I can't wait to see ya. Alright. Okay, bye.
Does it surprise you how many guys are out there trying to do this?
Yes and no. Our jurisdiction has a very high
He looked like an actor, bro.
CSC's criminal sexual conducts.
I guess, how does it make you feel getting to do this job?
This? Good. Like, I've seen so many stories that are, like, horrific. Some of these people do to minors is sickening.
Do you think our justice
Yeah.
system properly takes
Some of these motherfuckers kill him, too. Just like John Wayne Gacy, you feel me? Like, shit's sad, bro.
I'm not sure. I will say, I think
Sometimes it's more than just sex. It be
shouldn't be able to walk
trying to
another
kill
day on their-
motherfuckers.
walk another day freely.
Anything you think people back home should know?
If you're a sexual assault victim, don't be afraid to speak out and tell your story to somebody from trained law enforcement officials that do handle this stuff in a sensitive manner, and don't be afraid to report it and speak out about it.
There are a boatload of clips from this episode.
And that's if they believe him.
Because
Because sometimes these police officers don't be believing them, bro.
journalism and have access to these clips. The
Let's
link
just
is
keep it
described in the
1,000.
description.
There's a last minute hustle and bustle to get everyone in place.
We'll see him on the camera, so if he does, everyone will just shift.
Hustle and bustle. I haven't heard that in a long time.
How well do these guys usually scope out a place before they go to it? I think last year, and the one we did, the one I think we've had 2 or 3 go live.
Damn, he whispered good as fuck.
Obviously, police cars, anything suspicious, obviously lighting, any suspicious movement at all. That would indicate, hey, there's something just to justify their concerns.
Damn, he whispered good as hell, y'all. It make me want to be
How do you
quiet.
approach this from a psychological standpoint so that you keep it going without tipping them off, but you still get information like when to text them, when not to text?
See, Tommy G will get you caught in a scary movie. He whispered too loud.
Do you think you would be disappointed to know that someone sending him all the nice messages was a guy like you with a beard? They're gonna know when I take the stand. Is this off a hookup website?
Yeah, this is off of a website that just strictly deals with prostitution.
That nigga ain't
So
gonna whisper.
he's probably been there, done that before.
Usually.
So that means the decoy has a fake profile.
Yep.
With a few pictures.
Yep, I created a fake profile. The website's out of Europe.
How racy can you get with the pictures?
The pictures are of our actual decoy. She can get as racy as she's comfortable. Obviously, we don't get too racy with ours.
So he knows that she's 15, and his big holdup was he had to find some place to get rid of his kid for the night.
What I tell you?
We discussed it.
He could be mad.
They be having kids. They be having families, wives, bro.
Just within the last 30 seconds.
Shit's sad.
Okay, baby, here we go.
And God forbid they out here sleeping with 13, 14-year-olds and they got a fucking 5-year-old girl at home, bro. 5-year-old daughter and shit. This shit's sad, bro. Mute this. I don't want to hear that. That should be too loud. Man, that should be sad. It's sickening. Like, just wake up in the morning like, let's talk to some young hus. You caught, bro.
Oh, that's okay. You can just hang out. You can have a seat.
He bought the weed.
How was the drive?
Shitty, man. I got behind some guy that was going like 20 miles an hour and shit.
I was wondering what was taking you so long.
Yeah.
You got the condoms too?
Yeah. You want that? You want to do that?
Sure. Well, I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my bong really fast, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay.
What do we got here? What y'all think?
I know their hearts be dropping, bro.
What's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. And Jeremy, where you from?
From Michigan.
What part of Michigan?
Iron Mountain.
Iron Mountain. What brought you here tonight?
The huzz.
She said she wanted to smoke.
She wanted to smoke. And who is she?
And even if that was true, that don't make it no
idea.
better. You a grown ass man trying to smoke with a little kid, bro.
And what was your plan here for tonight, Jeremy?
Smoke.
Smoke? Sex?
I mean, she said she.
She said she would have sex with you.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. And how old is she?
She said her thing says 19.
Keep your hands out of your pockets, right? She said what?
She said 19.
At least they be listening, though.
Oh, I don't know. Her thing says 19.
Well, everybody has to say 19 to get on the platform, but she told you she was 15.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that.
You didn't pay attention. So you drive how many hours?
Oh, just like an hour.
About an hour. And did you stop at all along the way?
Yeah, I stopped at a gas station.
And what did you get at the gas station?
Gas.
Gas. Anything else?
I grabbed some beer.
Some beer. And where is that?
Out of my truck.
Did you bring condoms?
Yeah.
You did. And where are those?
In my bag.
In your pocket. And how much weed did you bring here?
Just
And how much did that cost?
I don't know. This was I already had that.
It's like he's sitting there.
So
these questions be crazy.
I'm going to get to that in a minute. But Jeremy, you drove an hour to meet a 15-year-old girl.
Well, she said she was 19.
You say that on the website or on the
You
social
say
media.
that, Jeremy.
It said 19 on the platform, but she told you 15.
I don't know, man. I'm not. Are you a cop or what?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and deal with
Well,
this shit. So I got.
You're not going to sit here and deal with it? You drive an hour?
Yeah,
you
she lied
bring
to me
weed.
and said she was 19.
No. I've
Yeah,
seen the transcripts, Jeremy, so you can
Okay,
try
she-
to jerk me around here, but it's
Her
not going to
thing
go
says
well.
She's 19 on her thing. I'm assuming you have to have an ID to make a fucking sex website.
What
right?
did she tell you? What age did she tell you, Jeremy?
She said she was 19 on her thing.
What did she tell you in the conversation? She said 15, right?
Okay.
Okay. So what made you think it was okay to drive an hour, bring weed and alcohol to a 15-year-old girl after a sexually charged conversation?
I didn't know she was.
Okay, we can go round and round, but she told you. What made you think that this was okay?
I didn't think it was okay.
You didn't think it was okay. So why did you do it?
I need a lawyer or something.
Are you a married guy?
No.
You're not married. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many kids?
2.
2. And where are your children tonight?
My kids, one's at a friend's house.
Excuse me.
One's at home. And how old are your children?
I got one's 14 and one's 16.
One's 14 and one's 16. So the 16-year-old's at home.
Yeah.
And the 14-year-old is where?
At a friend's house.
At a friend's house. Did you drop the 14-year-old off at a friend's house so you could come here?
No, she was already there.
She was already there. So
What
you
I
left
saying
your
is her daughter.
16-year-old child home alone.
She's 16.
These
But you
men
left her
sad,
home
bro.
alone so you could come here.
When you could have just been at the crib beating your meat, nigga. And you out here trying to pick up some young huz. And you got a fucking daughter the same age. Fuck is wrong with
to meet a
these
15
niggas,
for
bro?
sex. You want to just hold tight here, man, Jeremy. There's something you need to know before you go. Just sit.
I don't need to know.
Jeremy, I'm Chris Hansen, and I do stories on men. Jeremy, you shouldn't leave. These gentlemen want to talk to you.
Damn.
Put your money back. Please, get down
Damn. Y'all see how they all just ran out that bitch?
Chris
Oh
Hansen,
my God.
and I do stories on men. Jeremy, you shouldn't leave. These gentlemen want to talk to you.
God damn.
Put your money back. Please, get down to the ground.
Can I say this? Y'all might say like and subscribe first of all, because it's free. Why the fuck not? Like and subscribe, bro. You made it this far. Like and subscribe. Damn. But they did. Nigga, it took 10 of y'all niggas to jump this nigga and get him on the ground. It don't even look like he was fighting it. He was just letting it happen. Like, fuck it. Like, I'm already caught up here.
Take is on the couch. Watch it.
They got that nigga.
All right.
God damn.
Relax.
Slow down.
All right. Okay, what the fuck?
Jeremy, I asked you not to leave. And look what happened. Is there anything else you want people to know about the situation?
They jumped out like.
Why did you think it was okay to leave
damn.
your teenage girl home alone to come here and meet another teenage girl, Jeremy?
All right, we're going to sit you up, okay? We're going to roll over to your back. Bring your knees up to your chest.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Go and take a seat.
Jeremy, how old are you?
41.
41. And what do you do for a living, Jeremy?
Work at a warehouse.
You work at a warehouse. And what do you do at the warehouse?
Load trucks.
Load trucks. Well, Jeremy, as I started to say before you tried to leave, I'm Chris Hansen.
I'm not giving you guys permission to videotape.
Well, we don't need it.
Okay, well, I don't have nothing to say.
We do stories.
He said we don't need your permission, my nigga.
And you've become one of those stories.
You really don't.
Is there anything else you want people to know?
No.
Especially this day and
people
age.
Here will take it from here then.
Damn, they jumped that nigga.
Chris, you just completed 2 days, a lot of bus. What's going through your mind right now?
Tommy, the fact that a guy would leave his own children behind, a 14 and 16, to drive an hour to meet a 15,
it's crazy.
Allegedly for sex, bring weed, alcohol, it never ceases to stun me.
The anticipation, right when he started walking up to the house, my heart was thumping.
Yeah, mine too. Still does.
It's an amazing thing. I mean, I've seen it so many times through the television, seen how it goes. But then to be here in the moment, it's like a rodeo when you're out there.
You don't know what's going to happen. And typically,
you don't know if they got weapons. They start shooting type shit.
Sometimes these guys are suspicious.
You never know what can happen.
Sometimes they'll say, "You're Chris Hansen," before I can say, "I'm Chris Hansen." He obviously felt pretty comfortable when he saw the undercover deputy posing as the 15-year-old girl. He thought that this was going to go to plan. And when she excused herself, it was time for me to come in and ask my questions.
I'm sure every guy comes in and tries to deny to some level.
Sure.
Is it airtight? Like, is there any way this guy can't say, I didn't know she was 15?
The way the sheriff's detectives and deputies work, they have a clear record of informing the alleged that this person they're coming to visit is 15.
Right.
Is playing dumb the most common defense mechanism?
It's playing dumb. I didn't see the age. They try to convince the detectives that because you have to be 19 to get on that platform, that they assume that they were 19, even though people get on these platforms at a younger age.
Do you think he knew he was an animal in a trap by the time you sat down with him?
I think he knew he was in trouble. I don't think he knew who I was. And so he's wondering, am I the mad dad? Am I the police? Or am I someone else?
To see what you've been doing the last many years, busting guys like this, getting them off the street, America's rooting for you, man.
I appreciate it, Tommy.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. All right, folks. Well, that's what it's like inside an operation, busting and putting them to justice.
That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That was real crazy. But I know it's like, you know, it's different when you actually there. Just like how Tommy was there. I know for a fact it was just like a crazy feeling. Like he said, his heart thumping and shit like that. But I'm telling you, bro, like I said in the beginning, watch y'all kids, bro. Watch y'all nieces, nephews, because it can be boys as well as the girls. You know what I'm saying? It's no fucking gender specific that they try to attack or go after. You know what I'm saying? It's anybody. It can even be old ladies. You know what I'm saying? Old grannies type shit. Like any and everybody. But if y'all enjoyed that, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, man. I truly appreciate it. Catch me in my next video. Peace out.